The Aircraft Mechanic Power Plant Study Guide. Engine Inspection. Refer to Figure 1. Determine which portion of the AD is applicable for Model 0690 series engine, serial number 5863-40 with 283 hours time in service. B. 1. A Cessna 180 aircraft has a Macaulay propeller model number 2A34C5090A. The propeller is severely damaged in a ground accident, and this model propeller is not available for replacement. Which of the following should be used to find an approved alternate replacement? Aircraft specifications, type certificate data sheets. Which of the following is used to monitor the mechanical integrity of the turbines, as well as to check engine operating conditions of a turbine engine? Exhaust gas temperature. On a reciprocating engine aircraft using a shrouded exhaust muffler system as a source for cabin heat, the exhaust system should be visually inspected for any indication of cracks, or an operational carbon monoxide detection test should be done. 1. Airworthiness directives are federal aviation regulations and must be complied with unless specific exemption is granted. 2. Airworthiness directives of an emergency nature may require immediate compliance upon receipt. Regarding the above statements, both number 1 and number 2 are true. Which of the following contains a minimum checklist for 100-hour inspections of engines? 14 CFR Part 43 Appendix D. When must an airworthiness directive, AD, be complied with after it becomes effective? As specified in the AD. Which of the following contains a table that lists the engines to which a given propeller is adaptable? Propeller type certificate data sheets. Which of the following component inspections is to be accomplished on a 100-hour inspection? Check cylinder compression. You are performing a 100-hour inspection on an R985-22 aircraft engine. What does that 985 indicate? The total piston displacement of the engine. Where would one find type design information for an R1830-92 engine certificated under the Civil Air Regulations, CAR, and installed on a DC-3? The aircraft engine specifications. Straightening nitrided crankshafts is not recommended. The breaking loose OS small pieces of metal from coated surfaces, usually caused by defective plating or excessive loads, is called flaking. Each power plant installed on an airplane with a standard airworthiness certificate must have been type certificated. A severe condition of chafing or fretting in which a transfer of metal from one part to another occurs is called galling. Indentations on bearing races caused by high static loads are known as Brinelling. When inspecting an aircraft reciprocating engine, what document is used to determine if the proper magnetos are installed? Aircraft engine specifications or type certificate data sheets. Which of the following can inspect and approve an engine major repair for return to service? Certificated mechanic with inspection authorization. What publications is used for guidance to determine whether a power plant repair is major or minor? 14 CFR Part 43. The airworthiness standards for the issue of type certificates for small airplanes with 9 or less passenger seats in the normal, utility, and acrobatic categories may be found in the Federal Aviation Regulations, Part 23. Which of the following contains approved data for performing a major repair to an aircraft engine? Manufacturer's maintenance instructions when FAA approved. What maintenance records are required following a major repair of an aircraft engine? Entries in the Engine Maintenance Record and FAA Form 337. A ground incident that results in propeller sudden stoppage would require a crankshaft runout inspection. What publications would be used to obtain crankshaft runout tolerance? Current manufacturer's maintenance instructions. Select the Airworthiness Directive applicability statement which applies to an Evo 355 engine, serial number T8164. With 2,100 hours total time and 300 hours since rebuilding. Applies to all Evo 355 engines, serial numbers T8000, having less than 2,400 hours total time. What publication contains the mandatory replacement time for parts of a turbine engine? Engine manufacturer service instructions. How is the flow range of the fuel discharge nozzles installed in a fuel-injected reciprocating engine indicated? By a letter stamped on the hex of the nozzle body. What section in the instructions for continued airworthiness is FAA approved? Airworthiness Limitations section. Which of the following conditions is usually not acceptable to any extent in turbine blades? Cracks. 1. Serviceability limits for turbine blades are much more stringent than are those for turbine nozzle vanes. 2. A limited number of small nicks and dents can usually be permitted in any area of a turbine blade. Regarding the above statements, only number 1 is true.